Hello. Psst. Come here. Come here. Just 1 minute. I have some questions to ask you. I desperately need some answers. And you look like the type of person who can answer me. Okay? All right. No. You cannot sit down. We don't have time for sitting down. We have to stand up for this one. This one is serious, but you don't need to sit. Now, please tell me, why is it that when Black people do things, whether it be male or female, boy or girl, something that is considered to be bad, that the God is so swift with justice? Every time Black nations are said to commit so-called sin or bad things, immediately the God just swoosh in and come to devour and destroy. You ever hear anything like that? Or am I the only one hearing it? So my question to you is this. All the hundreds of years that certain people commit the most atrocity, other people that are not Black, where is that God? That God doesn't see. That God doesn't think it's right to send earthquake or tsunami. You hear the argument all the time about Obia, oh, the Black people are so terrible with this deed. But Black people are not the only ones who find ways how to manipulate energy and to use it. What about witchcraft? Necromancy? And other things dealing with jinn? What? Are Black people the only ones manipulating science, exploiting all kinds of material and spiritual things to their advantage? And the thing is, this supposed obia that these Black people are working doesn't seem to give them any power to help them escape. So what is the point? And why is this God so swift? This God never saw over 500 years of slavery. This God doesn't see all the missing children, all the Black women, all the men. This God doesn't see when the man has his head on the side of the road with somebody's foot on his neck. Nobody never saw that. Who is this God? See, the problem is with Black people is we are very swift to condemn the other person that look like us. It is not a God that exact justice immediately. It is you, Black man and woman. It is you who always is swift. Just like the justice system in Black countries or Black communities who are swift to hand down the penalty. The Black man and woman is the one who is quick to demand that the other one goes to the gallows. It is you who says jungle justice, but only for people who look like you. Because if the person, even if he is a Black person and is wealthy, you are ready to bring them to their knees. You're the first one to say that the Black person who's wealthy is engaged with demonic activities. You're the first. And never ever suspect the other ones who show you morning, noon, and night who they are. You're quick to say, forgive them, or who are you to judge? Now, there are times when you hear that argument, people say related to other black people, when you realize that they're cruel, when you realize that they're heartless, you will say, who are you to judge? But if an innocent person that looks like you, so happens to be poor like you, find themselves in any trouble, you are always the first to give witness or evidence against such a person. Stop equating God with your own filthy mind, because the things we say God does are the things that you would do. And whatever resentment and hatred you have towards other persons that look like you is because you hate yourself. You look to other persons and say, yes, they are prophets because they're not in the skin color as yourself. You're quick to call them sir and honorable and righteous because they don't look like you. They are in the shade of other people, God. We cry out for freedom, but we are the ones who hold each other in bondage at the bequest of others, of course. So when you're coming out here to talk about God destroying places like Haiti, the same people who fought to deliver themselves and to teach you that you can be free too and assist you. When you try to say the devil, you see the devil as a dark-skinned person just like you. You will never condone anything negative happening to any other person unless they look like you. So who is the problem? And why does God have the same mindset as the devil? Because on one hand, you are saying that a person deserves to die. That caused someone else to die. Does that make sense? You are righteous and you would see someone perish and celebrate that. How different are you from that monster? And so because you have this mindset, you will constantly find yourself, in bondage. You will constantly, celebrate the destruction of the other who look just like you. There's no forgiveness in your heart. As you don't forgive yourself, you don't think you're deserving of forgiveness. And so you create this God in your mind that is a monster, a bigger monster than the one you claim is a monster. It is a disgrace. And so the lies are easily believed. The judgment are swift in coming along. The motives are provided and the excuses are given to those who hate you. So we'll see a cycle. Not that these ones are more evil than anyone else. It's because you justify their evil. Not because they are righteous, because you bestow upon them righteousness even when you see pure evil, a constant display of evil. So tell me before you leave, why are these ones with history of pure evil never visited by this so-called God? Many of you will feel uncomfortable with these questions. And I'm going to repeat again, the evil or the unrighteousness that exists in the world exists because you condone it from the ones who are purely and truly evil, and you're prepared to throw your own to the shark. You are able to justify and provide alibi to the purest, evilest ones on the earth. And the judgment comes because you pronounced it. And the ones who are truly evil don't have to worry about excusing themselves, because you are here to excuse them. So your life will never be better. They can stay in the satellite and watch you do the work, the mighty work of destroying yourselves and each other, and using some divine entity to justify your own destruction. So, every time you open your mouth and you're so quick to say evil things about your own people, and sometimes, trust me, I do it too, because I'm so fed up. I'm so tired of how easily you walk to the slaughter and how easy you deliver your own to the slaughter. I'm fed up. So I too am guilty of giving up on you. But I don't give up on myself, because I see what's happening. And I feel sorry. I feel pity for you. So you can continue to create a God out of your own imagination and subject your own people to the wrath of that God. Meantime, the ones who truly are your enemy continue to rise, to oppress, to suppress, to silence you. You gave them that power, not a God. You made them a God, an omnipotent God, not some divine entity. So, don't mix me up in your nonsense.